Good morning, good morning. I missed you guys, and it's been so long I have not done this with you. What? My cup also says that I'm having chai, I'm having tea. Please excuse my croaky voice, and also, um, I decided to film this video like this, like what do you call it? Vertical? Vertical? Yeah, like in a vertical mode because I find it easier and I find it just very easy. Please let me know if that bothers you. Okay, so I know I'm looking like a peacock, and someone told me that my hair looks very rock and roll, and also I don't think so. I always think that I have very messy hair, and I'm never able to manage my hair, and I don't really take care of my hair, but I'll take that as a compliment. So, yeah, please mind my messy look and my croaky voice because I was not well. I'm still recovering, and I was really missing you guys. So I thought that I have to come and sit here and chat with you. By the way, I'm wearing lavender pants. Very interesting. Okay, so I have been reading a lot lately. These are a few of the books that I finished in the last, how much should I say, 3 to 4 weeks, three and a half weeks or so, within a month. Yeah. So currently, this is the book I'm reading right now. It's called On the Beach. It's by Neville Shute, and this is part of the vintage book series. The vintage, I'll show you the, yeah. This is part of vintage books, vintage classics. Okay, it's an amazing book. I have never read anything by this author, so it's the first time I'm reading anything by Neville Shute. And interestingly, when I posted this picture on my Instagram, so my friend who I've never met yet, um, Anna Lucia, she also calls herself Nana Oslik. I don't know if it's her. I'm always confused whether she's Finnish or whether she's Norwegian. So, and so I think. I'm sorry, Anna, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. So I'm not sure whether I should call her Anna or whether I should call her Nana, but yeah, I usually call her Anna Lucia. So Anna Lucia said that this author is in fact her mother's favorite author, and the lady has read a lot of her books. The mother has read a lot of his books, so it's quite interesting, no? I mean, authors that you find from different parts of the world, and you find out that somebody else has liked these authors and liked their work, and it's a lot of fun. So I was very intrigued by that. So I definitely said I'm going to read this. So I am reading this right now. Mm, I've read this much, and in case you're wondering what the bookmark is, this is from my visit to Museum of Goa. This is their basically list of what all they have, their timing, their contact, and everything. Isn't it beautiful? While I'm showing you the books, let me show you some artwork as well. In case you're in Goa, do check out Museum of Goa. It's quite interesting. Okay, this is a very cool book. So the premise is that of course, this is set like just after the World War is over. So there has been a lot of radioactive action going on, and now there's a huge radioactive cloud that has settled over a large part of the world, and it's gradually shifting. And during this, the one of the naval ships from one of the countries has been sent to find out if there are any people alive on the shore or not, and they have to carry out these secret missions. But this also shows how navy life can be so lonely, so difficult, full of hardships, when especially you're away from your family, or especially when you know that you are walking into danger or sailing into danger, and you're leaving your family behind. You're saying goodbye to them for now, and you don't know if the goodbye is ever going to come back and turn into a hi, hello, I'm back. So it's very, very touchy that ways. And also how in life we already know our boundaries in some cases, and we know what we're supposed to do, but certain circumstances, they um, turn things, and then new people arrive in our life, and how those equations work out, what it entails, and what the kind of changes it brings about. So this book is very, very layered. It's very interesting. The character development is very, very interesting, and it actually transports me back to the homes and the porch and the lawns and gardens of people in those times, and it feels like I'm sitting with them in their living room, sitting with them on their porch, sipping lemonade with them, going out on a dance with them, and hearing their conversation. It's a very, very interesting book and very well written. So on the beach, if you get to pick this up, do pick up. If you want, you can always skip the parts which talk about that much activity related to war or something like that. I always heat my tea and then it goes cold, and then I heat again, then it goes cold. Sorry about the twang. 3 cups of tea. Okay, so I had heard a lot about this book. I'm so sorry. And I kept it in my cart and I left it and let it be. Then once I walked into a book exhibition, a clip of which I had shared here, and then I saw this book. So of course the first thing that got my attention was tea, 3 cups of tea, and then a picture of this 2 girls with book and their heads covered. So I immediately knew that in certain cultures, in certain parts of the world, there are tribes and people who do not allow their girls to study, or who make it difficult for their women and children to study and to take part in certain activities and daily schedules that we take for granted. So when I picked this book up, I was really intrigued, and then I turned it around and I saw this gentleman, this person here, who also happens to be the author, Greg Mortensen, sitting here with a group of these girls and children, and it's amazing. So this little girl here is the author's daughter, and there's an interview in this book with her also. This is non-fiction, of course. So the premise of this book is that 3 cups of tea, one man's journey to change the world, one child at a time. Okay, and basically what happens is this person, he is a mountaineer. He climbs mountains and goes to the peaks and all. So on one such expedition, he loses way and he reaches a village where he is met by very, very warm and welcoming people who help him reach back to his base and who help him stay the night, and even though they are very, very poor, they help him with whatever they can. But the man realizes that there's something very wrong, because there are no schools around, and the girls and children who really want to go out and study and know more about the world don't have a choice. So now this book is about how he ends up providing them something which they will treasure for life and which will prepare them for life. Okay, I am sorry, but I'm going to cut this video short because I'm really having a lot of difficulty speaking. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly show the books and give a quick description of the books, and I'll do a detailed review of each book separately, slowly. Okay, I'm really sorry. This one definitely do read. The book I most recently finished reading is this one. It's called An Unfinished Portrait, and it's by Agatha Christie, who was at that time writing under the pen name Mary Westmacott. I never knew that Agatha Christie was also writing under a different pen name, so I picked it up, and it's very interesting. But if you're expecting this to be a very typical Agatha Christie kind of book, do not go for it. Then you will be disappointed. But yes, if you're looking for a very, very character-driven book, which is very interesting, which will pull you into the story, then please go for it. Now I understand why she wrote this book under a different pen name, and apparently there are quite a few books that she has written under a different pen name. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's written 6 books as Mary Westmacott. So I basically picked it up because of the front cover. I finished reading this book, First Person Singular, by, can you guess, with all the eccentricities and quirkiness that's going on. It's by Haruki Murakami. It's a collection of short stories. It's very, very easy to read and finish. I finished this in a day, and it has how many stories? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stories. It has 8 stories. Quite quirky, mm, very interesting. Somehow pulls you into the stories, and though it's a very different world again that Haruki Murakami creates, you can relate to it and you can kind of believe it, even though it's very unbelievable. I'm showing you 2 books now, and both these books I have, of course, read because of the amazing author and author Manav Kaul, who is also not just an author, he's a poet, he's a theater artist, he's a director, he's a movie artist, and many other things. Okay, he's an amazingly talented person, and I'm really grateful that he chose to share his work with us. So this book is not by him, but I picked it up after reading all his works because it's very intriguing for me. It's called Our Moon Has Blood Clots. This is by Rahul Pandita. Let's just say this is about Kashmir and the people and the brutalities and the heartbreak and the tearing apart of life that they have faced and that they continue to face, persecution and lot of things. Okay, I cannot sum it up right now. I need a separate video. I should definitely make a separate video for this book, otherwise it's not respectful towards the book. But yes, it's a beautiful cover. Here you can see the typical Kashmiri boat, which is called the Shikara. Usually it's on the Dal Lake, and here you can see a house on the hill. Unfortunately, it looks like the house is burning, and here is the moon, which has turned red because of all the bloodshed and the tears that the people are going through. So it's a very interesting book. I will do a separate video because it needs a lot of background and a lot of sensitive handling of the topic. So without getting political, I will definitely talk about this soon. This thick, and this is one of my favorite books ever. Now, my most favorite books of all that I read here is by Manav Kaul, Shirt Ka Teesra Button. Basically, Shirt Ka Teesra Button means the third button of the shirt. And this book is, here is the third button of the shirt, and I can't even begin to describe this book right now because, oh my god, this book is so special. It tugs at your heart in such a different way, and it will make you feel that you have gone through everything that is mentioned in the book as a child, as a teenager, as an adolescent, as a young adult, as an adult. But then you feel that oh no, what did I do? Why, if I could go back in time and change a few things, I would have, things like that. And it's just such a touching story that you're left wanting for more. You want to, even after the story ends, okay, you want to find out, okay, it's over, but now what? Now what are they doing? Where are they? Can I go and meet them somewhere? Are these real characters? Did you base all of this on somebody who's there right now? Can I go and meet that person? Can I just go and give that person a hug? Can I talk to that person for a minute? It's incredibly touching, and I would recommend that if you know how to read Hindi, please pick this book up. Please give it a read. And if you don't know how to read Hindi but would still like to try it out, very soon Manav Kaul's books are going to be translated in English, which is an amazing thing, because then it'll reach out to more people and I'll be very happy personally. So yes, this is by far my most favorite book, one of the most amazing books I've ever read in my life. I know I say that for a lot of books, but this one is just too much. I will dedicate another special video for this one. I have to. And here's Manav Kaul as a young boy see, he used to live on the hills and different places, and here is a tote bag he's carrying. Isn't that very cool? That's very sweet, I think, to include this. And I love the old style door. So yes, these were all the books I read, and I'll take a final sip from my tea and say bye bye to you. It's gone absolutely cold now. Okay, you've already seen a lot of videos and scenes from my window, but still, just see how it is right now, since I'm anyway showing you. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm so lucky that I get to see this. Anyways, take care.